One of the hardest things about having cancer is that options are taken away from you. As a woman, I had no choice but to remove my breast in order to survive. Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Anderson Benjamin. I am 39, and I'm here to tell you why I am the fearless warrior. Growing up, both of my parents had me at a late age, at 38. At a very young age, I witnessed how illness can impact an individual's body, but how also the world looks at illness. At the age of 9, I lost my brother. His name was Obafemi, and he had kidney failure, and he was HIV positive. And I remember one time visiting him in the hospital, and I went to give him a kiss, and the nurse told me I shouldn't do that. And I gave her like this stern look, like, what? And I said, that's my brother, I'm gonna kiss him regardless. And this is coming from a 7-year-old kid at the time that most people would think is sassy, but at that point, I didn't care. That was my brother. In September 2020, during a pandemic, one day I woke up and I just had bloody discharge from my right breast. Within a week, I had to have mammograms, ultrasounds, and multiple biopsies done to find out that I did have breast cancer, and I needed to have my right breast removed so that we can get exactly my diagnosis. September 21st, 2020, I had a doctor's appointment to meet with my breast surgeon. I knew what type of conversation we was gonna have. The doctor walked in, and of course he was like, hi, Ms. Benjamin, how's everything? And how you feeling this morning? And then the conversation went into, we did this biopsy, and this is the stuff that we looked at, this is stuff that we checked. And then it got quiet. And I knew at that point when things get quiet, the dun-dun-dun's about to happen. And he goes, we did find cancer cells in your breast. And from what it looks like, it might be stage 2 or 3. He gave me 5 minutes. He said, I'm gonna give you some time to digest what just happened, and I'm gonna step out. And in that moment, I had my breakdown, and literally in less than 5 minutes, I was like, game time. I knew in that moment that this would now require me to prepare my husband. It would require me to prepare my children. But most importantly, it would require me to really sit down and prepare myself. You know, at 36, no one's thinking about death. No one's thinking about their affairs and their life insurance and their assets. If something was to happen to them, how would their family take care of things? So I gave myself 30 days to get my affairs in order. Hearing that I have cancer would be enough. I didn't want them to have the burden of anything else if I can control it. One of the things that really pushed me is that there's no representation of me in the resource package that was told to me at my current hospital. You know, when I went to my plastic surgeon and we talked about reconstruction surgery and she showed me different pictures of different women, those women didn't look like me. And I said to her, how are we gonna change this? I said, how about this? You take pictures of the before and after of my surgery and now you add that to your file. Because at the end of the day, a woman that looks like me is not gonna look like someone else. And it should be able to look at pictures of people that look similar to them. The reality of it is that in order to enforce that, you have to speak up. Cancer has no discrimination. Cancer can happen to anyone, any age, any race. Doesn't matter how much money you have or how privileged you may be. You can be at the top of anything in your life and be hit with the words, you have cancer. I was going through anxiety attacks, and I didn't know why. I would be home and I would get dizzy. I would feel like I'm about to pass out. So by going back and forth to the doctor, I found out through a CAT scan and an x-ray that my lymph nodes came back enlarged in my armpits. Hearing the words, you have cancer, and thinking about my children, my main thing is, what legacy am I leaving? I remember asking my son Harold, if you was at your mom's funeral, what would you say about her? He goes, what, Mom? I'm not doing that. And I'm like, nah, if you was at my funeral, because I want to make sure you don't embarrass me. You know, I had to try to like make it fun, right? Not as serious all the time, but like, I need to make sure you saying the right stuff about me. So he got up and he's like, well, my mom is one of the strongest women I know. She's loving, caring.
She's still finding ways to help other people, help guide them through the difficult times, help guide mothers who are dealing with children when they are dealing with something extremely horrible because they know they can't be there for their child. My mother is basically finding ways to help them, and I'm extremely proud of that.
When I was told that I had breast cancer at 36 and that my daughter would have to start getting mammograms at the age of 25, it hit me on how could I prepare her for that, right?
My name is Asa and I'm 6 years old. My mom is a fearless warrior because she is strong.
I fear this moment since you were 3 years old, the day when you will be having your first mammogram at the age of 25. Your mother was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 36, and then again 2 years later. You witnessed firsthand my multiple surgeries, aggressive treatments, hair loss, and removal of both breasts. But you also saw the strength it took to continue to smile through my tears because you and your brother were my reason. I wanted you to see firsthand how powerful your mother was despite the obstacles she faced. Thank you for the many drawings, photos, and TikTok videos we shared to document my journey. And most importantly, dear God, please protect Asa as she begins her yearly mammograms visits. Keep her covered and safe, and already speak a clean bill of health into her existence. You are beautiful, smart, confident, and most importantly, fearless. We started this legacy called the Fearless Warrior together, and I am handing down the torch to you to continue the marathon. Just know that you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually ready for this very day. Always remember that no matter the outcome, you are not alone. You got this, love, and God got you. Love always, Mom. I am Michelle Anderson Benjamin. This is my life, and this is my legacy.